We need to have a serious conversation because earlier today, something launched that the mainstream media is not talking about. This is something that I, as total hypocrisy, separate from this movement, would typically post on my own channel. But I think it's so critical that the people involved in this movement, meaning all of you, hear this, share this with at least 5 people, get people on board, because this is our last line of defense before things get messy. That's all I can say on this app. This was posted by the President of the United States today, October 30th, 2025. It says, "For all great law enforcement patriots who would like to join the world's premier law enforcement task force, where police officers are fully allowed and empowered to do their job and battle crime, apply today to join the Make DC Safe Task Force. You will be at the cutting edge of defending our nation's capital city from all dangers and threats, and will be able to join the elite agency of your choice. If you have strong experience, you can begin on the task force immediately." It says DC, but when you click on the link, this is what you will find. It says very specifically, stay with me, join President Trump's DC task force. And in smaller print, it says join the multi-agency task force in DC and nationwide. This is for the entire country, dedicated to keeping our streets safe and our cities strong. Now, I'm not going to show you the whole page. That's something you can do on your own, but I need you to see what this part says specifically. This is a loyalist organization. We already have ICE in place. This is only going to amplify this further because it says every skill set has a place in protecting our nation. The website details that they are taking retired police officers, veterans, people who might have a skill set to be an officer, but there's a whole section in which they are hiring civilians without any specific qualifications. It then says join a mission-driven law enforcement team equipped with the latest gear technology and the full backing of the United States government. You remember January 6, 2021. You know where you were, you know what you saw, you know how scary that was in that moment. When they say the full backing of the United States government, that's exactly what they mean. Because what did they do the moment that took office again? They pardoned all of the J6ers, who then many of them went on to be released free of their crimes and then commit further crimes. You need to understand that these people will be allowed to do whatever they want, whenever they want, to whomever they want. This is incredibly serious. And it's almost like what we are going through in terms of SNAP benefits not coming through, allegedly. We'll see what happens tomorrow, the 31st of October. In terms of what they want to do to healthcare, it seems that there are an awful lot of incentives that cure the problems that they are creating. I know you might not be able to see the top line there. It says recruitment bonuses. Federal incentives for answering the call, healthcare to meet your needs, medical, dental, vision. They say if you join us, if you join our side, the wrong side of history, we'll make your life way easier. So much easier. And here's just one of the many, many postings you can find on this website. If you will notice, you report to the Department of the Interior, the National Park Service. There are many different government departments and agencies that are listed on these job postings, meaning what? Meaning we, the people, are funding this. We are funding it with our tax dollars and our hard work and the money we spend. We are funding this, and I am begging you to get at least 5 people to join the Big Beautiful Boycott. Not for me, not for Mia, not for Bentley. We don't get shit out of this. We don't. There is nothing we get out of this. Financially, nothing. And you need to help us get this out there. It is a team effort here. You are part of that team. I think now more than ever, we have to realize this is our last line of defense. And if this doesn't scare you, I don't know what else will. Because what comes next is a task force in a town near you made up of officers, veterans, and civilians who will do what they want to you when they want. And there will be no consequences because they have the backing of the federal government and the money comes from your back pocket. Go share this with 5 people.